There are so many colors in the nature that when some of these we see together in a rainbow, it looks so beautiful. Hello and welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana and to the Ultimate Baking Series with me, Chef Afraz. Today I'm going to show you a very classic recipe of a rainbow cake. So let's get started. First, over here I have some butter. So I'm going to roughly chop the butter. I'm going to take around 1.5 cup of butter. So in goes 1.5 cup of butter. And with this, I'm going to add 1.5 cup of castor sugar. So now you need to cream this. I'm using a planetary mixer, but if you don't have this, you can easily make it with an egg beater, as I usually do in my videos. But as I'm making in a bulk quantity, I'm using this mixer. Now once this is nicely creamed, as you can see it has become white, the butter has changed its color. At this stage I'm going to change the attachment. I'm going to just scrape it from all the sides, get it right in the center. And then I'm going to attach this whisk attachment. Again close this. And then I'm going to start adding the eggs one by one. So in goes the first egg, and then I'm going to start beating this. You need to add eggs one by one, as we don't want our batter to get curdled. So once this is mixed nicely, I'm going to add the second egg. So now in goes the third egg. Fourth egg. Now the final and the last egg. So we're going to use around 5 eggs in this recipe, and with the last egg I'm going to add some vanilla essence. So now this is done, and now I'm going to sieve the refined flour. So I'm going to use around 1.5 cup of refined flour with more half cup of flour, and then I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to sieve this together nicely so that we don't find any lumps in our batter. And then I'm going to gently fold this mixture by using cut and fold method. You need to mix this nicely. Also you need to make sure that you don't over mix this, as we want that air to be present inside the mixture. So now the flour is nicely incorporated with the egg, butter and sugar mixture. To adjust the consistency, I'm going to add little milk. So now our cake batter is ready, but yet we are remaining to give the rainbow colors. So I'm going to take a large bowl, keep this on a weighing scale, and then I'm going to weigh the batter. So now the total weight of the batter is 992 grams. So I'm going to divide this into 7, that comes to 143. So I'm going to quickly weigh 143 grams. So now after dividing the mixture into 7 parts, I'm going to start mixing the color. So now I have red, yellow, blue, green. But to make violet and indigo, I'm going to mix some colors together. So for that, I'm going to take a small bowl. Now to make violet, I'm going to add blue. With the blue, I'm going to mix a tiny bit of black to get that indigo color. Then to make orange, I'm going to combine yellow and red. And now to make the violet color, I'm going to mix red and blue. And now I'm going to mix the color together. So now I'm going to start mixing the color. So first color I've mixed it with red. Next I'm going to mix the violet color. And here you see a lovely color has mixed with the batter. Next I'm going to add the orange color. Next I'm going to mix the indigo color. So now after mixing all the colors, I'm going to start putting them into a cake tin. Over here I have a small cake tin. So let's add the batter to the tin. We need to make a flat sponge so that we layer it into a rainbow cake. Just spread it evenly. Similarly, I'm going to pour the rest of the batter into the cake tins. So now that I've filled the tins with the cake batter, I'm going to bake this at 180 degrees Celsius for around 20 to 25 minutes. So now as you see, the cakes have baked and I've got it down to the room temperature. Now it's time to demold this. And now I'm going to trim the crust from the top. Then we'll get to see the nice lovely color inside. So now that I've trimmed the cakes, let's assemble it. So first I'm going to take a turntable and on the base I'm going to apply some whipped cream. I'm going according to the rainbow colors whipped jar. I'm going to place first cake which has the violet color, and over it I'm going to sprinkle some sugar syrup to keep the cake moist. So after sprinkling the sugar syrup, I'm going to cover this with whipped cream. So gently I'm going to cover this with whipped cream. So after covering this with whipped cream, next layer, the indigo layer, I'm going to place it right on the top. Just press this lightly. And then again I'm going to repeat the process of sprinkling the sugar syrup. Again I'm going to cover this with whipped cream. Now after this I'm going to place the blue color cake. I'm going to repeat the same process till we get the rainbow color. So now that we have arranged the rainbow, the layers of rainbow, I'm going to trim the sides so that we get to see nice lovely colors of rainbow. The whipped cream inside is making more defined the colors. And now I'm going to clear the sides. And now you can see the lovely colors from inside. And now is the time to cover them with all whipped cream. So let's cover this with the whipped cream. And now for a clean finish, I'm going to dip the palette knife in hot water. So now that I've covered the cake with whipped cream and the remaining whipped cream, I've filled it in a piping bag. Now let's make some rosette on the top. And then finally I'm going to decorate this with colored chocolate. So now our rainbow cake is ready. Let's cut this into half. So here it is. The nature of color that you see in a rainbow is now in a cake. and it looks beautiful. So you should definitely try this. If you like the videos that we share on YouTube, do subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.